Welcome back to the channel, everybody, or should I say welcome to the channel. Just say here, and we're going to get into the super pre-release TCG event overall and how it went, and just my view and my take. So let's get into it. So if you didn't know, the super pre-release event was supposed to be held from approximately September 30th all the way to October 6th. See, majority of the stores received packages enough for 2 events approximately, but if they never held a store event with Bandai before, they only received 1 package. The tournament ran really smooth. It was done properly how it was supposed to be. There was 8 players. Everybody got to choose what deck that they wanted to get, and at the end of the tournament, everybody was allowed to purchase all the starter decks that they wished that they wanted to get, and it ran really smooth. My overall experience was actually pretty good with the tournament. I think I was able to participate in 2 tournaments for sure. One tournament, I was a last minute entry. I actually went to the store myself because I accidentally signed up for a date where I was participating in another tournament that I already knew the shop owner and everything of the sorts. So with the first store that I went to participate in, I called the store ahead of time. I asked if I was able to fill in a spot if no one were to show up. So I did show up and I was able to play and participate, and I actually won that first tournament and brought home the prize card Luffy. Now with that store in particular, it was a little odd because we were able to pick 2 of the starter decks before the tournament start, and he allowed us to switch out in between rounds or matches. And personally myself, I wasn't just really particularly fond of that. But even with that in mind, the person that I invited to come to the event to see how they ran, because they had a tournament themselves the next day, he was able to still leave with at least one of the starter decks because no one bought out all of the inventory for said starter decks. I think in future events, if you want to go to stores that are participating in events such as this, I think it is best to still go even if you did not make the cut in signups, because you never know, someone's going to always drop out, someone's always not going to make it on time, and they just may allow you to join in the tournament themselves. And if they do, then hey, you got a spot. And even if they don't, I think it's still an overall experience to enjoy the game with other people and just understand different mechanics and how the game plays, and you get to see strategies that you may not have thought of before. I know personally myself, I was able to think of a whole lot of new combos and ways to go about just running the deck that I ran. Now, speaking on the second tournament that I already knew the shop prior to, I knew the store, I was familiar with the people there. It was very small, very well kept together. But as far as the results of that second tournament, I did fairly well. I went perfect record all the way up into the finals, and I ended up losing, unfortunately, to the person that I taught the game to. So I think it was like a really proud sensei teacher moment. Really cool overall, and I was super happy for him to win the prize card. I think it was a very good game. It was a very good game for sure, and couldn't regret it, not a single bit. Speaking on that store itself and the shop owner was actually very fortunate enough to send me an email that he actually received from Bandai himself that states overall the guidelines that they had for the tournament, and we're just going to go ahead and review that just a little bit. As you can see in the email to the left of me, it states clearly the amount of participants and the amount of rewards for said participants. And basically anything outside of that, they don't have anything for. It also states within this same email that the people who signed up within the app are the people that are allowed spots in the tournament. And the thing that sucks is that a lot of stores prioritized people who are regulars rather than the people who wanted to experience the event at their store. It's also to note that within this email, it states the card that is supposed to be given away as a prize, as well as the participation rewards and the promo packs that are to be given, as well as the super pre-release starter decks. Now, some stores have claimed to not receive those said items, or in the case of how I've seen it on Reddit, there are some stores that have been exposed for selling those items on eBay or through other means like Facebook Market, etc. Now, with that in mind, within the comment section below, I have put the link to report said stores if you happen to have run into an issue like that yourself. That way we can, as a community, grow and not have toxic stores to represent the One Piece TCG. So while we're talking about the participation rewards, the promo packs, and the starter decks, and the overall foil Luffy card, I just wanted to show a comparison in regards to what exactly is different from the starter decks that are coming out later this winter versus the starter decks that you received in the super pre-release event. One debuff that I'm going to go ahead and point out right there is that yes, every single card is stamped with the super pre-release stamp. That is to include the Dawn itself. Also, if you are unaware, the promo packs that were given at the event are going to be, yes, the same promo packs that you received if you went to any of the demo testings. So there's nothing that you're missing out on that. And the only difference that is shown between the promo Luffy card that is given for participating and the promo packs is that it's just an alternate art. There's nothing super different. There's no different abilities. It's the same as that card. It is just a different art. Now, as far as the super pre-release winning card, it is also that same card. It's just actually stamped itself. I know a lot of people had the idea of whether or not, hey, is the card really stamped or is that just like a picture? Yes, the card is actually stamped for sure. As you can see in the video, that's definitely Luffy in a green outfit. He just looks like Kid, but I promise you I wasn't like a Chad and played a Kid. And the kid in the background, he's just for show. He's just for show. So yeah, that's just my short, sweet, and simple review of the Super Pre-Release TCG event. If you participated in the event, let me know in the comments what deck did you use to win and take it home. And even if you didn't, overall, tell me what you ran. I mean...